Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Eagles and the Vikings, and it's coming up next.
And we find ourselves at the stadium that played host to Super Bowl 52, the wondrous U.S. Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Minnesota Vikings. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And Charles, you look at this Vikings ball club. They lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess. They could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, we're in October now, so everybody should be coming into form, shouldn't it?
It really should, and what you have now is a full routine established about what you want to get done and full focus on the season.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
On first down. Throw right side, caught by Goddard, the tight end. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Hurts gets this to Sanders. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, it makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Looking sideline, incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
To throw again on second down. Hurts. It's caught by Sanders. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here, too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Hurts, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. You'd have to imagine for a team that's lost 3 straight games, scoring first in this first quarter has to feel pretty good.
It has to feel great for them, and also it's a nice signal to the rest of the team, because we talk about complimentary football all the time. So they've now signaled to the defense, now signaled to the kicking game, hey, we're here to play in this one. We're going to do our part. Let's see if you guys will do the exact same, and we can break this losing streak.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. This fielded right at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So here come the Vikings as they get set for their first drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
I think his task in this game is really simple. Eliminate the turnovers. He threw 2 interceptions last week. I can't believe I led with that because he had 3 touchdown passes.
Right.
So there's a lot of good that he did. But he's got to take care of the ball better. The ball has to go to guys wearing the jerseys that they're wearing this week, not the opposition.
The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. The numbers a week ago for Cook. 22 carries, 83 yards, and a touchdown.
And give him a ton of credit. He's running the ball really well. But I look at those guys up front. That unit is truly playing as just that. Every move that they make, their teammate understands what that move means and what they need.
Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. It is picked up by the Eagles. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So that play, I mean, it was pretty well blown up from the start, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, and when you're running the option like that as a quarterback, you have so many different keys and reads to make that sometimes as you're making them, you're not protecting the ball the way you should, and it gets popped free.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And they're able to get this one 30 down to the 25. 14 yards there and an Eagle first down. Throwing is Hurts. He delivers another to Goddard, complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain. There's a nice move, and brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. They'll run with Sanders, and he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
3 tight ends up front here. 3rd and goal. Sanders. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Vikings taking the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
Coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think Coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
From the pistol, they run it with Cook. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
Each team has its own terminology. Some people call it jumbo, some call it monster, some call it king. But it doesn't really matter. They brought in the big lumber to pick up that first down.
Yeah, you think about goal line defense with the goal line offense that time getting it done. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. He'll look to throw. And Walker has it. And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 45.
On 2nd down now, it's Cook. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. D.D. Westbrook, his intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. The sack there by Brandon Graham, coming in and bringing him down to the ground. Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And it appears that this was just a letdown from the offensive line, but they do have a tough job because if you're a big tackle out there on the perimeter, sometimes you don't have the agility to keep up with the defensive end who's looking to wreak havoc in the backfield, and he got there on the ground.
And it's picked up by the Eagles. And he's into the end zone. It's a fumble return and an Eagle touchdown. Second time he's lost a fumble. This one hurts more. It's returned for 6.
He's been under a lot of duress, hasn't he? Pressured, hurried, harassed the whole game.
Well, the offensive line not giving him a lot of help.
Not a lot of help, but the bottom line, he's got to take care of the football.
Carlson on for the PAT. He's got it, and it's 17-0. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there. Grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. Taken at the goal line. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
Let's go! And they're on 29-yard line.
And now out comes Minnesota.
And in just about every game we see, partner, what do we do when we look at the stat sheet? We go right to
the turnover differential.
Without a doubt, because when we see that, that pretty much tells the tale of the game. And I know there's still plenty of time to go, but you've got to take care of the football in order to win it.
And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook, but now it'll be 3rd down.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the first down marker. A good pickup there, 7 yards, but it brings up 4th down. The Vikings send out their punter as he's on a punt for the first time this afternoon. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Eagles will have it taking over 1st and 10. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. They've been off to the races already, a 17-0 lead. Now a chance for more here as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 16 more on that one and another first down.
First down, Philadelphia.
17-0 our score after 1.
Vikings, nothing.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Hurts. Man open, that's Kiki QT, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Here's Hurts to throw. He targets the sideline, and he's got Goddard. That catch good for only a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Hurts. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there.
That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them, and now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. It's complete to Watt. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Carlson able to put this one through. And the lead now increases to 20-0.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
On 3rd down, they turn to Sanders. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Taking it about the 36. We'll call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half.
Dalvin Cook taking the field for the Vikings' next possession.
And we checked the rushing numbers so far here into Week 6, and the returns have been really good. Now, you're starting to hit that stride middle of the season toward the end. They're certainly hoping they can keep up this production.
They are, because one of the adages in the NFL is that defense travels and defense endures even in bad weather, right? You know what else does? A good running game. And people want that, especially as you head down the stretch. You may play outdoors in some nasty stuff. You're trying to get to the playoffs. Time to get it going. And individually, I don't think you should just think about 1,000 yards either. The bar has to be set higher with this beginning.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Dalvin Cook is running back the intended target, and that'll bring up second down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch.
And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson.
As time expires in the first half.
And the Vikings are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half.
He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You can see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is, when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And boy, it was pretty.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. A few teams starting to rise to the top as it's time to take you around the NFL here in Week 6. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, where you see the final score there. Dak Prescott leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. From there, we'll head to Buffalo to check on what's happening with the Bills at Highmark Stadium. And in that one, it's the visiting Dolphins who are out in front. Devontae Parker, over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown catch as well. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And they were winners in that one as they take care of the visiting Chicago Bears. Zach Wilson leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. Time now for a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Eagles. And their passing game has been the reason why they lead thus far. They've had great success moving the ball through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, they were even better throwing the football. Lots of open receivers to choose from, and you can bet that'll continue to be a focus in the second half. Final adjustments being made in the locker rooms. We're just about ready for the second half from Minneapolis. And for the call, let's rejoin Brandon.
They start the drive with Cook. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. He finds his man complete. That's Walker. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 7.
They'll drop to throw.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too. Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings. Got exactly what they wanted there out of the RPO and had the defense out of position.
One word for you there. Excellent. Because he read all the keys properly, made the right decision, and look at the result. Pretty substantial game.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 62 yards rushing for him now to this point.
10 yards on the pickup.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people
On top so far with the football here, 1st and 10. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. That'll be caught. It's Rager. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Back to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. Yeah, man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Devontae Smith. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. And the football going back to the Vikings offense. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The defensive coordinators love that. You got a cornerback willing to stick his nose in there, come up on run support, and stop that pop pass dead in its tracks.
And, partner, one good thing about trying to defend that play, you should see it coming the whole way. You see the receiver coming in motion in your direction. Nice job eluding the blocker, making the play behind the line of scrimmage, but an even better job studying the play before you have to try and defend it in a game.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now back to throw. And he's got this to Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw again. Escaping the pressure right. And complete right side to Cook. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. Open space inside the 10. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Their mobile quarterback with his 3rd touchdown of the ball game, number 12 on the season. And the Vikings have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure against swings to their defense because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Now back to work for Miles Sanders in the Philly offense. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. From the 29, Hurts. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They're facing a critical 3rd down now as they try to hold on to this lead. And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. Fielded at the 20. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. So all eyes on this Vikings offense. Down on the scoreboard. 1:47 on the clock. A 4th straight defeat looming on the horizon, barring a comeback here as they've got it with a 1st down.